Hello and welcome. My name is Professor William Corder, and I am the instructor for this Physical Geography and the Environment 101 lab. I stumbled over my words, sorry about that. Number 32997, this spring 2024 intersession, as we call it, that runs from January 7th at 5 p.m. through February 3rd, 2024 at 11:59 p.m. in this 4-week semester format at Santa Ana College. I'm going to run through some things about this lab course and how to access it and how you go through the class. But first, let me tell you this. Canvas suggests using Chrome or Firefox rather than Safari. They also suggest that you clear your cache to ensure the fluidity and the functioning of your system. YouTube has lots of videos on how to do that if you don't know how to do it. I would also suggest that you load the Canvas phone number into your phone for quick and easy access. They're available to you for free as a student 24/7. The phone number is 844-612-7428. I have it logged into my phone. I find them to be incredibly helpful. Before we start, I want to tell you a quick little story. So I work out sometimes at the YMCA near my house, and I frequently speak to this one gentleman in there who's a Vietnam veteran. His name is Gabe, G-A-B-E. And when he found out that I teach geography for a living, he said to me, I did not realize how important geography was until I got to Vietnam. And you can imagine why. Because if you're fighting in a war, you need to understand topography, you need to understand meteorology and climatology, you need to be able to understand coordinates and latitude and longitude for all sorts of things that are related to war, in addition to culture and all kinds of other things. So the thing about it is this, that geography is really a cross-disciplinary study. And I think that if you work hard in this class, you're going to find that indeed some of this stuff at least is going to carry over throughout your lifetime. At least I hope that's what happens. So let me show you how to get on the class. What you do first is you type in sac.edu, sac.edu, like that, and then this page or a similar page is going to show up. Then you come over here and you click on Canvas. And when you do that, this bronze login to Canvas is going to show up. You click on that. And then what happens is you input your information, and a page like this is going to show up. This is called your Canvas dashboard. Now, this is my dashboard. I'm the instructor. It looks different from your dashboard, but nonetheless, just scroll around until you find your class, and there it is. Geography 101, number 32997. All right, if you click on that, it will open up for you. And here we are on your Canvas homepage. And here's a beautiful picture that will hopefully load on there. There it is, of Yosemite Valley. So it says start here. That's probably a good place to start. If you click on that, I would encourage you to read through this because it gives you some information about the class. Come back over here and click on home. Also, the first week you have a quiz on the syllabus. So if you click on the syllabus over here, the syllabus should open up automatically for you while it's doing that. Notice deadlines matter in this class. There are no makeups or redos. So as the syllabus opens up, notice that, you can expand this better on your own computer if you would like to do that. Mine is kind of limited by the screen space here. But notice as you read through this, there's the no-show information, and I want you to understand this. The graded quizzes in modules 1 through 4, so the first 4 modules of the class, must be completed by Saturday, January 13th at 11:59 p.m. Or I'm required to drop you, and I'm required to drop you by both the college and the state, okay? And those assignments are the syllabus quiz, the introductory lab quiz, which you found in Module 1, the Lab 1, which is in Module 2, Lab 2, which is in Module 3, and then Lab 3, which is in Module 4, sorry. If you don't like that, I can't do anything about it. Speak to your elected representatives or the president of the college or something like that. But I am required to drop you if you do not complete those assignments, okay? It's just the way it works. Here's Canvas contact information. Disclaimer, I reserve the right to modify or alter this course overview if needed. You know that we went through a pandemic together and anything can happen. Let's hope that nothing happens and I don't have to alter anything. Instructor contact information, go ahead and take a read through that. Make sure you know all this stuff because, as I said, you're going to have to take a quiz on this. Course name, description, format, textbook. There is no textbook for this class. Everything is contained within the modules. Course placement and transferability. So what it does for you, the DSPS statement. If you are a DSPS student, please get that information to me and the documentation as quickly as possible so that I can accommodate you appropriately. Student learning outcomes, course objectives, course topics, attendance, We take attendance by you doing the assignments. If you don't do the assignment, you're not here, and I'm required to drop you. Course grading, you can see there's a syllabus quiz, lab quizzes worth varying points in each module, 100-point midterm and 100-point final exam. Basically, the grading scale is a straight scale. Notice no exams will be dropped, no lab quizzes will be dropped, syllabus quizzes will not be dropped. There are no makeups, retakes, or redos on any graded assignment. Once a graded assignment closes, it cannot be reopened for you, and a 0 will be assigned to any quizzes or exams that are not completed. This is a schedule for our brief semester. Okay, it tells you how much each one of these assignments is worth in terms of points. Canvas course site, some stuff about Canvas, technical support. Obviously, required technology, you need to have a functioning computer and good internet and Wi-Fi. Academic honesty and student code of conduct, assignments of Canvas, important dates. There aren't many of them this semester, miscellaneous, and then Title IX. Okay, if we scroll down a little bit more, see again, course description, required materials. There is no required materials other than, your technology. Instructor contact, emailing me. Please read through this thing about emailing me before you email me so we don't get off to on some funky left foot or something. Instructor bio, student learning outcomes and objectives, and so on. Okay, let's come back over here to home. And I will also click on modules. And then we'll take a look at how this whole thing works. So if I was you, I would start over here where it says start here after I gone through the things that I just mentioned. And I would go through the Welcome to Physical Geography Environment 101 lab and then the course syllabus. I know we have it in another place, but the school builds in some redundancy. Asynchronous lab course facts. That just means that we're not going to have any physical meetings. So that's what an asynchronous class is about. And it tells you a little bit about how those operate. Instructor contact, communication plan, course policies. I would read through those just so that you've got them in your head and you know how the school is going to work, okay? Or how the class is going to work. But we start at Module 1. So the first week, we're going to do Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4. In a normal semester, there are 16 weeks, and so there's 16 modules in this class. But we're going to do it in 4 weeks. You guys are self-selecting students. So as a result of that, we're going to do it, much quicker. But, if you pass the class, and most of my students pass, you will have knocked out, a science lab just like that in 4 weeks. So what I would do is this. Let's just use Module 1 as an example. I would click on the Module 1 introduction. And it tells you something about the class. It's a little video on what Module 1's about. So then I would click down here on next. Here's the syllabus quiz. So make sure you read through the syllabus and then you take the quiz on it. It gives you the instructions there on what to do. Here's the introductory lab. Every one of the labs will just auto open for you when you pull it up. What I would strongly suggest is that you go through and complete these exercises in the lab. They're all self-explanatory. Complete all the exercises, and once you do that, then take the lab quiz, which you will find at the end of each one of the modules. So click next again. This is a pH scale explanation. So there's a little video here that explains the pH scale and what it's about, because you can answer some questions on it. Then there is the introduction exercise 2 water experiment. So you'll see as you look at the lab, that document that I just opened, that there's an exercise 2. You have to watch this video in order to be able to answer the questions on it. And there I am going through the water experiment for you. Okay, and then next, here's the first quiz, introductory lab quiz. So once you've done that and completed the lab document itself, you don't turn it into me, you complete it for your own use. And then what you're going to do is you read through the instructions. Wow, okay, so my daughter just texted me. I hope she's not going to keep texting me. Anyway, so that's what you do. You take the first quiz, all right? And it's based on that lab. And if you have completed the lab, it'll make it much easier for you because most of the questions on the quiz come directly from the lab itself. I want to show you one other thing about this, which is in the introductory lab. You'll see once it opens up that there are, there you go, objectives and terms. These are objectives and terms that you not only need for this particular lab, but this is how we have our midterm exam and our final exam. It's based on that information that you get out of each one of these labs. Okay, very good. Then let's go to Module 2. Module 2 works the same way. So you can see Module 2 introduction, and then Lab 1 geographic grid, and then some lectures on it. Great circle demonstration, longitude, meridians, and map distortion demonstration. And then you just go through this, and then eventually you take the lab quiz. And you're filling in this Lab 1 the geographic grid document. You want me to open it up for you? Okay, I'll open it up for you. Why not? Here it is. Ta-da! And spinning circle of death. Okay, so you can see objectives and terms and concepts. Okay, and then once again, you're just going to go through this and you answer those questions, and here you go. That's the way it's all going to work. And then we're going to go to down here. Whoops, too far. Sorry, too far. Module 3, and you do the same thing for Module 3 and then Module 4. Okay, that's the first week. And then after that, Module 5, 6, 7, and Module 8 is your midterm exam, and so on. This is the way we're going to go through the class. By the way, all of these videos in here that I have posted on here, like the adiabatic processes part 1 that I recorded, they're either professionally captioned or I captioned them myself. YouTube has messed up a couple of these, weirdly enough. I'm not sure how they did it, but they did. But anyway, because I don't use YouTube captions, I either caption them or I had a professional captioning service do it, or both. Like if you watch this video that I'm talking to you on right now, it's captioned, and it was captioned professionally, and I just scanned it. Now it's not the best captioning; it's probably about 95%, but most of the captioning is about 99% because this is a one-off video, and I don't want to waste a bunch of time on that part. So, but it's very, very good. Okay, let me click back over here to home. There we go. And let me ask you a question. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. You raise your hand if you can answer my question. Would you like to have 5 extra credit points on your midterm exam? Raise your hand if the answer is yes. Good. Okay, you. Okay, all 3 of you. Nobody else? Anybody else? Oh, you. Okay. All right. So you guys all want it. Excellent. So here's the way you're going to get those 5 extra credit points. All right. Here's what you do. And they will come on your midterm exam after the midterm exam closes. Email me or message me through Canvas with the name of the guy from the YMCA that I spoke about regarding geography at the beginning of this video. Put the name of the class, which is Geography 101 Lab number 32997, and his name in the subject box, and then your name in the body of the email. Then send that to me, or the Canvas message, whichever way you contact me. This must reach me by 11:59 p.m. on Saturday, January 13th, in order to receive those points. But if it does, I will give you 5 extra credit points on the midterm exam simply for doing that. And guess what? Here's a deep, dark secret. There is another 5-point opportunity in that introduction email that I sent you that you got this link from. How about that? So you can get 10 points. And here's another secret. Those things will be sprinkled throughout the entire 4 weeks. So you can pick up a bunch of extra credit basically by doing nothing, just doing what you're supposed to do, which is responding to my emails and watching the videos. All right, let's have a great 4 weeks. Glad to have you in the class. Let's get rolling.